with Kugryalka, who has came in, playing for mYinsanity here. Margugu is MIA, potentially KIA. Who knows, but she's going to start with Lithuanians, likely to play water here. That's been her role throughout the tournament. She's played a lot of games. And plays a lot of games with Sato, so definitely raises her up. Anno playing in the red, going to place Hindustanis in the opening here. And man, I'm just looking at the mini-map and the colours and where they are on the map, and so many civs, or so many of the players are just squeezed into the bottom half here. We can see actually a nice line for mYinsanity. We got Kugryalka in blue, Anno in red, and you go a little bit further left, they're literally in a straight line. Literally in a straight line. And Sato's going to play as Vietnamese, and the nice part about Vietnamese is the TC bonus is just so important. It really is. It's such critical information, knowing where your opponents are going to be. And you can see Bloodless not too far away, playing his Bohemians on the starting game. And he's just outside the restart. Bloodless. Bloodless. No. No. Oh, jeez. Venegar's playing as Chinese, and you see he's got a villager lead. Now, Chinese should be able to maintain a villager lead as long as you land straight on food with your opening TC, and he had the Rhino here. So, Venegar, without too many issues, should have a pretty decent economy lead here. And his TC is so close to the edge of the water, it's going to be super easy to put a dock up as well. So actually, this is like a perfect situation for Chinese. You can see the villager lead is real. Now, Running's playing in the green, and he's the one player that's above everybody else. So you have the 3 mYinsanity in the line here, the 2 Clowns, Venegar, and Bloodless. Don't lose this one, please. And then Running's just on the other side, maybe going to play a little bit of a disruptor role. Where's Project Belgium? Belgium was in a team with LB10, Daniel, and Keller, but unfortunately couldn't make... Oh, Jesus Christ. Couldn't make the last scheduled set, and it was right next to the deadline. They had to cancel, so I had to give them an admin loss, and unfortunately, they went out. If it was a little bit close, this is the issue when you try and schedule games right close to the deadline. If you have to cancel, I have to go one way or another. But he's still playing. He plays a lot. And let's see how this game develops. Certainly very interesting TC positions. Running's not going to be, Running's up here and could be forgotten a little bit. But he's not, he's definitely going to be on the radar because of the TC bonus from Sato. The ideal situation would be like no Vietnamese in this game for Goths, and you could kind of go a little bit under the radar. But it's going to be a little bit harder in this instance. Now, looking at docks, we'll start with MII. Kugryalka's down in the south here. That's important for her because she's going to be likely going for water. Has 2 rhinos, and she'll be up relatively fast and will be within the next 2 minutes or so. Anno's out to the east-hand side. Running's just in the north a little bit more. And Sato is also up here as well, so could be a nice situation for MII where Running's going to lose all his fish with just 2 players maybe going for a minimal investment. And likely going to be Kugryalka will go to the left-hand side where Bloodless is there and the yellow, and then Venegar's got his dock out here as well. And you can see, look. Venegar's on 22 villagers, that's including fish of course, and Bloodless is on 17. Not had a good start. Not had a good start at all. He's only got 2 fish and chips. Only got 2 fish. Don't know. He's gonna lose an Arvel. Bloodless! Bro! Bloodless! Player, thanks for the follow. Bloodless, what are you doing, man? Oh, that was his dog, Phil. Oh my god. I think he's scared to bring another one in now. And he has the goats here. At the very least, you can use the goats to block and you can bring them out. But god. That's a really tough spot now. Bazzy, I do want to do... I want to use other maps and other ones next year. It's just a matter of finding the right thing. Some of the scripts are not great on the Nomad maps. Oh my fucking god, I can't take my eyes off Bloodless now. Now, you will be quite far behind, and that automatically should put you onto an FC. But with Sato here, already on Stone, who's likely going to be going FC as well. Or I might just go Towers, in all honesty. He's going to go for it again, guys. Cannot be left unsupervised, I know, right? Nothing else is going on. We've got a little Vil fight here between Running and Sato, so if you can deny any future docks would be nice, but nice quick walls there. Bloodless is going for it. It's a long journey against the Rhino. He's gonna lose this one, guys. Unless he does a house trick. I honestly nearly want to click the stop streaming button, because I'm like, I can't watch this. I actually cannot watch this. He's lost 3 villagers. 3! 1, 2, and 3. Is he gonna go back for it? Oh, he got it in with another one. Okay. Please don't pull any more rhinos in. Jeez. Oh my god, Mingsi. Anos went for some archers. Don't mind the approach at all. Vinegar should be able to wall it out pretty convincingly though, so maybe Ano would have to add some towers here if he does want to find some pressure. Likely just going to move over to Bloodless though, and Bloodless is still in Dark Age. It's nearly 15 minutes into the game. The funny thing is, if he was a few seconds earlier with that first boar, it was 4:02. They could have called a restart. And I think losing one villager in Dark Age is almost restart worthy if it's against a boar. Honestly. Now he pretty much has the resources to click up. What about a cheaper blacksmith as well? But it's certainly going to be a slow FC. Does have a lot of fish behind it, so that's fine. Water pressure. We've actually saw Kubrielka come up to the right-hand side. Would have preferred... Honestly, would have preferred Sato and Ano just to add in some fires here. Versus... But maybe Kubrielka has no idea that the dock's even there. Actually sees the yellow docks. I mean, you know he's in Dark Age, right? For such a long time. Send a fire over there. Can't defend it. I like the play from Ano though. Just adding some archers in, one shift fletching, can do a lot of damage, and likely Sato is just going to follow this up with a castle, and he's actually going to go to the Goth player, and that's a pretty naughty hill for a castle. Vinegar's in castle as well though. First one up to castle age, 1645 uptime, showing the power of Chinese as the 1500. Now imagine this in the hands of a 2k2, something like that. And right here, just place it right here. Honestly, go balls out. Balls out. There we go. And Running's even adding in more fish. Oh boy, and he's like fully committed onto water, so... If you want to castle drop someone, the water player is definitely the one you want to go after. And he's like so isolated, it makes sense to go for the castle here. Versus Bloodless. You won't know how far Bloodless is behind, but this is the right call. But yeah, it's not looking good. Really not looking good. And even the archers be annoying for Mano here. And even forced into defensive tower in the back. Does have a lot on stone. Running's clicked up. Are we going to see petards? Wrong unit. Wrong unit, Sato. Sorry. You gotta go for petards, my man. Petard this TC. Petard it. Come on. Honestly, YOLO the villagers and get petards out. He doesn't really have food eco at all, but I guess that's the major issue. If he drops this off, he could do. It's not looking good though. Bloodless gets into Castle Age, 19 minutes. Does he have... Man, he has a lot of wood, so Monastery Siege, most likely. Maybe even double Monastery. And with 9 on gold, he has got a tower here, so really safe. Okay, looks fine. Probably need to see some sort of military from Venegar as well, but he's just adding economy at the moment. Cards, bro. Just sell your stone. He's gonna YOLO for another castle here. Anno's in Castle Age, that's a second TC. Going for Siege on top of Venegar now as well, which could be pretty challenging to deal with. Monastery defense is not going to be easy. 2 more villagers go down for Bloodless. Somehow he's actually got more villagers in comparison to Running, but Running's going to lose... sorry, Bloodless is going to lose all of his fish, where I think most of Running's is gone. Yeah, he's got 2 fishing ships here. Now, Running can add a castle here somewhere. He's adding an extra TC. Oh, he can't add it yet, but he is certainly on the way. I'm not sure where you go for it. Probably have to try and defend here. Or the gold, perhaps? We'll see. And Sato's likely going to add a castle here, yep. And kind of hard to react when you're 2 monasteries and your siege workshops over here, right? Just has to abandon the gold. I mean, there's lots more gold. It's not the biggest issue at the end of the day, but he probably should be flaring that for his teammate. Now we see defensive siege now. Stable and range for Venegar. Top score, hella pog. So it's actually kind of nice for Running that the second castle has came here. Why did he not flare that for his teammate? Come on, bro. Gotta flare that for your teammate. I think Venegar lost all 3 of those villagers there. Okay, so Toad just flaring out the castle. I would be expecting Kugri just to go fire ship. Trying to see if I can find them. Don't see anything quite yet. Oh, she's actually adding some knights. Okay. +2 defense already. You can see a relic here. Relic vision is always really important. And could potentially take 3 pretty easy, actually. This one to the right, this one to the left, and that one up in the north. Should be +3 attack. Definitely need to prioritize that. As of the Wanings. Now, Huskarl is out. And Huskarl's fucking wreck Rattans, as long as you get them in numbers. And Bloodless is making some progress. I mean, this double castle here feels... It feels like... That feels like overkill. Feels a little bit overkill. And it's now totally unprotected at home.
Oh! Oh, kill him! Oh, kill him! Oh!
Hey Neil. Great tourney, man. Keep it up.
Man, that TTS sounds so scuffed. Keep pushing! Keep pushing, thank you, Clifford. Where are we going? He wants to go into Anno. Look at all these villagers are unprotected. 22 vills on the wood. 4 on the gold. Please put an outpost up here. But trying to deal with the crossbow numbers from Anno Toff. 3. Actually, Knights out as well now. And should be big shots. Really hard to avoid 3 mangoes. And the monks still not getting the conversion. Clowns being put to the sword. It feels like they're... It feels like they could be getting put more to the sword. Really. Like, they still feel alive. They're not in a fantastic spot, but, yeah, it's honestly unfortunate that, Bloodless didn't come in here trying to do more damage. Like, this is overkill. Gonna guess that's Joe Adrian, thank you. 3 mangonels coming over now. There is 4 monks. Bloodless. Is that enough for a castle? He actually has enough for a castle. Ooh! Oh my god, one more? Insane! Oh my god. Great value from Anno. Popping out the mangonel gets 2 for 1. White Cav coming from Vinegar now as well. And also sending a mangonel too. Gonna get this knight? Gonna get it? Surely gets it. And does. Villager count, 62 for Anno, 65 for Kukri. Sato's only on 39. It feels like he's just YOLO'd for castles. Here comes another one. Literally just YOLOing for castle drops. Boy, this is on 31 villagers, 62 for Vinegar, 42 from running. Okay, White Cap come round, likely gonna try and go for the monks and the mango. Castle's gonna go up, no doubt. It's a good castle spot. Vinegar's just trying to spam White Cav. Upgrades does he have? Okay, +1/+1. And they do tap out with running's been throttled up here. Honestly, it wasn't great. But it feels like they didn't do terrible considering the situation in game. Obviously the damage wasn't really ample, but they certainly died slowly, let's put it that way. Like, Bloodless has got not a lot of resources. But GG. I was going to try and add an RTC there, but no joy. GG. Let's take a look at stats then. Kugrialka, playing the water roll, playing it well, chipping in with some Knights and Castle Age, looking fab. And Vinegar clearly with the most eco, man. This is the power of Chinese, guys. If anyone ever says Chinese are not a good civ on Nomad, there's claims. It's just very, very dependent on landing on food. And I think when you're doing a Nomad tournament, you need to have restarts. Okay, blue and red's actually the same team. Okay. This TC is making me feel things, guys.
Okay.
This TC is making me feel things. Bad things? Yeah, it's making me feel restart things. This TC alone is inject cold straight into the veins. It's yeah, it's not a good TC. This is restart worthy. Especially when the wood is this bad. So like 2 tiles deep. You're gonna have to move so far. So as soon as this like 300 wood is gone, you're then like down to here. And you're definitely gonna chop that much. And Sato goes for the boar. Don't know if Brew even knows that one's there. He does. Take a restart. Honestly, just restart. The tricky thing with restarts is your opponents might be in an even worse situation, but I think it's unlikely. Running's got a good TC. Let's take a look at Bloodless. I mean, he's got a good TC as well. We've got another minute, so you should never call your restart for when you think. You should call it for the very end, because the chances is the other team might also call a re. So you always wait to the very end. P1 and 2 sharing a woodline. Not a massive issue. Not a massive issue when it's this size. It's fine. This is much more tricky. But restart is gone. They're gonna play on. Seems like the kind of thing Brew would do, to be honest. So let's get it started in the teams. We can see for mYinsanity, Kukrialka and Sato playing in blue and red. Malay for Kugri, no surprise, going to be playing on water and Satul. What did we see last game? What did we see last game? Lots of castles, and we're going to see the same thing with Koreans here. Lots of castles, lots of war wagons, maybe lots and lots of towers. Excuse me, I just had to do a little burp. Oh, coffee this morning, jeez. Now, Anno is playing in Franks. Now, Franks are, I think, still very underrated in team game Nomad. Being able to drop heavy plough farms and castle age without having to pay for horse collar and heavy plough is pretty huge, especially if you get knocked off of fish. You even have fish economy behind for Franks. It's crazy what kind of boom you can get. And cheap castles is pretty damn nice as well. Now for the Vogelstrauß, we've been talking about it, Brute is up here, not in a good spot at all, and even gets that second board nabbed from Sato. Likely gonna have to go for a house trick here. Okay, he's fine. It's not bloodless. It's not bloodless. Maybe even gonna... Oh, nice! Now, we're not seeing too much of this. We're actually gonna see the stone get lamed. Now, we see Brew is up here and the top right. Bloodless, kind of the central area. Don't think he's had too many issues so far, and has not. 2 boars in, and running, playing in his familiar pink, is down here in the southeast as mines, and that's really nice. He's got his TC on stone. Each team has a Reaper game, or set. 1 per set. I might change it for the best of 7 stage, where you get 2. Because 7 games is obviously a lot more than 3 or 5. But I want teams to be protective of the restart, and I don't want too many restarts in the semi-finals and final stage. Especially for viewers, and for me. Mainly for me, in all honesty. That becomes very frustrating. And I just missed some shenanigans, and actually Brew's going to get both of these in. Lots of micromanagement going on, needs to get that villager in the TC. Oofed! Does. Another board there. Okay, very, very, very nice. Very, very nice, but laming from both here. We can see Sato is going to come up and lame these deer, most likely. Already lamed these ones. Brew's already been laming the stone. You'll love to see it. One re in first 4, 1 re in second 3. Nah, I wouldn't like... I don't think it makes sense to put conditions on the restart of when you can use them. So just having it whenever you can play them in the top 7. If you had more APM, maybe it would have worked. Now, if you ever watch Toll play, he is an extremely fast player. He is an extremely fast player. Where's Sato's gold? This would be a fighting spot. And then even going further back, it doesn't look good, so that's not great for... That's not great for both of them. I mean, the wood situation is absolutely fine, but the gold is certainly something that's not ideal. They're a bit fucked with the map here, indeed. This is our gold. Literally 50 IQ plays from Brew. To TC the gold, he knew everything, guys. He knew there was no other gold up here. So he's like, yeah, I gotta TC the gold. Yeah, if he walls this one in, could be pretty dangerous, and Bloodless isn't too far away from this one, which would be the next best option, but that's so far. So far. Japan have equalized. Oh boy. Now let's take a look. I don't see any gold. I actually don't see that one there. Sato does see this one. And he's even flaring this TC down here. And they're going to go to this gold. Oh boy. Now, first players are up. We can see Anno's down here, next to Bloodless on water, and Brew's not far away as well, so potentially 2v1 down here. And then Sato and Running right next to each other. Running's going to be playing water. Makes sense for mines to actually play for galleys, and then you can get into plumes at a later stage. And Gugri Alk is the one that's a little bit far removed, up in the north here, not close to anyone, which is not it's not the most ideal for dock positions when you're trying to play water. But let's take a look at the Malay. Oh, Malay docks, man. Does Brew know about the gold? Yeah. Because he went for the stone, right? So he saw it. Hog! Now try and wall it in more from this side. Okay. I mean, just batter down the gate, right? That's fairly wood. And even the house, there's like no armor on it. That's like, that could be like 50 wood down the drain. And yeah, Brew's just gonna play towers. And it's both players on the gold here. Both players on the gold. And being so delayed onto the gold means the fires are gonna be delayed. Running's already putting pressure onto Sato. He's still in Dark Age. He's on stone already though, so he's definitely gonna be trying to get a castle. So the issue is just Sato getting castle age anyway, and then putting the castle up here and securing it. But at the very least, he's going to be able to force them off. And you can see, nice tower range, covering the full gold here. But he's going to try and get battered down, hasn't walled in the villagers, nothing to support it. Maybe going to send more. Numerical advantage for orange. Maybe Kugrielka has to get involved as well, but looks like the tower is going to go up. People just sharing some fish and water down in the south. Running's doing a good job of pressuring water. And second tower's going to come up here as well. The issue is Sato's going to click up to the castle anyway. He's going to have enough for, he's going to have enough to castle to put down here. He might try and go somewhere else, but who knows. Imagine a tower here. Imagine a tower there. It would be in view, but it would be kind of hard to get there, actually. How much does Brew know? He doesn't even know there's two TCs there. But should be able to see blue and red, right? Well, he doesn't know exactly where the TC is. It could be like up here. He knows the gold situation is bad. Doesn't know the exact specifics. Okay, Anno's going to be into Castle Age here. Marcus Smith. Don't see a barracks or stable yet, so likely just going to be boom or fire ship. Yeah, he's going to go fire ship. Then likely try and boom off of that. Bloodless swaps his monks. He's heavy onto gold. Is he just going to come in and try and smush Anno? It would make the most sense. And then if Running can just keep going on to water and boom, and get the plumes. Would be pretty pop. And yeah, he's going to start applying quite a lot of pressure on the north now. Thank you, Mihai. Welcome in. Get wrecked. Lol. How is green? Someone to start with them? Not particularly. Just Bloodless chipped in some fires, but he's onto fire ship. Bloodless, I would be expecting I was going to say forward Monastery and Siege Workshop, but triple Monastery from Bloodless. Oh boy. And they found the gold over by the left-hand side. But Brew's just continuing on with the towers. He is getting castle dropped, which is not ideal for him. And I think he'd literally just have to abandon now. Have to abandon. The towers are still going to be denying resources though. Yeah, I just got to run. Just got to get out of there. Found as much damage as you could have. Now the question for me is how quick are we going to see redemption here? And like a barracks is only just coming down from Anno. Running's on the way up now as well. Kukri still has a lot of fish, also repairing. Nice job there. Butler still has a lot of ships alive, so does Brew. Okay. Life advice. So either guys, I can give you general advice, or you can present me a problem that you're experiencing in life. Show me the way of living. Make sure you get lots of rest and sleep well, and make sure you eat good food. But don't be afraid to indulge in some of life's bad things, but moderate it. There you go. How to beat Mihai? I guess you gotta try and just get good. Easy. Just get good, brother. Can't say I'm a big fan of this TC spot. from Brew. Huh? He knows the war wagons are right there, right? He was just cancel dropped. I bet Sato's still on stone. He's actually not. These things can just sit underneath the TC. I think he had to run further back to running. It's not like he's got anywhere to go behind, but I think you just have to make the commitment and run your Vels. Is he up? Not quite yet. Does have a market. Doesn't have a blacksmith. If you could somehow market to Castle Age and get the monks, maybe even the monks have to come from Bloodless, who is getting a smush on Anno. Up a creek without a paddle is probably a really good term for this. Yeah. And yeah, Bloodless is all in and monks here.
Okay.
Trying to defend from the war wagons. Gotta be careful, Sato. Doesn't want to donate. Man, unprotected siege. Love to see it. Get good. Scammed one. That's not a scam. That is not a scam. Okay, Nukes is on Monk. But gets a nice attack ground on it. Probably can't engage now with the HP. War wagons coming over. On running. Plume production will be going pretty soon. And fish still alive. Yep. And good amount of fish still alive in the south here as well. Brew is not up yet. He is escaping villagers. Basically can mines carry. I prefer Koreans versus Mayans carrying here, but certainly tricky. It kind of depends on Bloodless if he's able to damage. Burmese getting damage on Franks here, and not too much happening just with the light cav. Thank you for the follows, guys. Monks aren't the most mobile unit, are they? Monks are the kind of thing you want to add. You're going to be defending and booming. But like 4 monasteries is kind of wild. Kukrialka and Castle Age going on to Fireship. Okay. Sato's still on stone. He is. Bruce added a blacksmith. Trying desperately here to click up. He does have the fish economy to get there. Look at this tower defense. Look at this. This is gaming. Monks are mobile if they're on donkeys, exactly. Yeah. Look at this tower defense and mining camp efficiency. This is beautiful. If only the rest of the game is going really well. Okay, TC being added by Kugri. Push from Bloodless. Finally adding Barracks. Also has a TC coming now as well. Feels like he's just not found too much, but I guess he's not taking any damage either. Running loves to boom, so I would be expecting TCs here. He's going for double monastery himself. War wagons can be such a pain in the ass. But if they can neutralize the war wagons and donate some military here, it could be annoying. And Bruce TC stayed up. Stayed up. It's not dead yet. Monks and Teutonic Knights, which one is slower? It's got to be Teutonic Knights, right? It's got to be Teutonic Knights. Oh no. He knows what's coming and didn't get it. Now, quite a few villagers there, war wagons. He is going to make Castle Age, but now you got to commit. Just get your villagers out. Oh no. Okay, Redemption's in. Convert. Just looking at the wrong spot. Spears are out now. And yeah, Bloodless is just taking some of Anatov's buildings. He's on full light cap at the moment. Moving TCs into the back. Looks like quite a few war wagons do get converted. And they're weak ones as well. Good job by running there. He's on 3 TCs himself. Now Brugge does get into Castle Age. Needs to get his villagers out there. Gonna use the... You could fast imp. If he still has fish alive, he could fast imp here and go for trebs. Go for monk treb. Don't waste your villagers, dude. Get them onto wood over here. That's a very detailed explanation, Potter. Thank you. I kind of like fast imp here. Fast imp, copium, 30 minutes into the game. The war wagon's even been annoying now on Anno. Where are the monks from Bloodless? He's on 2 TCs. He has dropped a lot of farms. Okay. Kukri is on multiple TCs. She is expanding. What's the total villager numbers? Competitive. Not looking fantastic for Brew, who is kind of lagging behind. But if he could get first to imp here, potentially. And castle drop coming from running. That's a ballsy castle. That is a ballsy castle. I actually like super respect the balls in that. That would have covered like the gold, the stone, even part of the wood line. Just put it. I think just put it here. Just put it here. He's gonna go for it. He's actually gonna go for it because the knight's gonna take the mango. The knight's gonna take the mango. Deletes it again because he's scared. Okay, now it goes. Mango's popped out from the left-hand side. Bloodless is also on. Bloodless, no. Where's your monks? Bloodless, bring the monk. Bruv. No, you can't afford to lose villagers like this. But 2 players getting doubled there. Mass war wagons from Chateau. This is why. He's having to stonewalls. He's out loads of monks here as well. Brew has clicked up to Imperial, so he is going to try and go for some monk treb play. And Chateau does have to just kind of run back a little bit in the meantime, but he does actually get the mango. Castle also goes up from running. Anno does have some space to run backwards. You can see the mass migration. 2 more TCs coming up. Look at all the villagers run. Villager numbers. Bruce losing more still. You can see there's the monastery. Starting to grow a little bit more now. Kukri's on 102 vils. She's also on the way up. It is melee. What are we going to go then as melee? Because I'm not seeing any buildings yet. I'm not seeing any castles either. 33, cool, yeah. But if he can, like, somehow stifle the production here, it needs another castle. Needs another castle to come and creep forward. But trebs and monks could be pretty naughty. Yeah. And Sato's just trying to put castles everywhere, you know? And that castle will go up. Running's now taking the resources here. Anno, in the end, still on 78 vils, so not felt massive amount of pressure. Plumes probably need to get out there. And holy fish boom. Holy fish boom. Let's see some fish traps, Kugri. Let's see some fish traps. Look at that. Should be straight on to Trebs. Another castle coming from the left-hand side. Block printing. Yeah, makes sense. She's getting 1900 gold. Kugrielka could just sling. She's now in Imperial Age as well. You could like sling all of this res. So I'm not seeing like any military. Guess Nomad is not coin friendly. It's less so in team game. And that's a great castle from running. It's going to be right on top of these new TCs from Anatov. Because the team game is a little bit more chaotic. And yeah, there's all those donated war wagons. Now, first treb is already out. Kugrielka's having to defend, and it's Byzantine Castle. Got a lot of extra HP. So, Getting in a Treb fight against Byzantines is not the easiest thing. Brew is up to 33 villagers. Okay, so he's in the exact same. But the castles all over here from running are certainly annoying. Let's put it that way. Bloodless. Eco's looking not shambolic by any means. He's doing okay. Lots of mini little fights here. We can see pretty much running and Anno fighting together. Bloodless is trying to push in from the left-hand side with some monks, or not take any further damage. And Brew is just trying to treb at the moment. Doesn't have a lot of stone. Needs to get rid of this castle. Could be trying to send a ram and go after the treb. Poof. Doesn't get anything. Are we seeing fish traps? Please, Kugri. Give us fish traps. And look how many... Oh, trying to convert. He's gonna get the guard tower. Look at the monk micro. No! 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 Come on. Double redemption, you can convert towers. Does get the castle up though. Running's up to Imperial now. Wonder if he goes Eagles. He's gonna stay on Plumes. Loses the castle. No, jeez. There is good monk defense though. Not seeing any other land militate from Kugri. She's got so many resources. Who's Kugri Alka? She's a legend, that's who she is. Castle does go down. Could push in the north-hand side now as well. Can Plumes carry the game here? That is the question. Is Anno going to be able to get back into it? He's had to... Man, he's had to do so much moving around here. And running has generally not been touched that much. He's on to 100 villagers now as well. Bloodless is on 82. So as eco is growing, counter castle here. Looks like 15 villagers on the castle. Gonna bring the monks over. Trying to use a micro. Lots of farm space is gonna be gone then. Bloodless is up to Imperial Age, so I do like that. Trebs are working away on the castle from Sato on the right hand side. It's actually a very close game. Very close game, because Sato looks... His eco is not that at all. And Anno isn't that close either. They have chances here. They have big time chances, and with the Plumes coming over now, supporting the monks and the Trebs. Ooh, I don't love it. But if Anno is like untouched, I mean, he's so many castles and stuff he has to go through. He even deletes that castle with the Plumes coming over. Running's playing like an absolute beast right now. And how do you stop this? Put up loads of towers. Gonna try and get some skirmishers out. Jan, you want life advice? Probably don't come to me for advice. And running's in. Or sorry, Bloodless is in Imperial now. So gonna be straight on to Trebs. Yep. Right, we're gonna treb from that side. That is a lot of bombered cannons. Don't lose the bombered cannons. Do not lose the bombered cannons. That's one dead. Two gone. Gonna take the treb. More monks coming over. That could be 4 bombered cannons you gotta delete. I think you have to delete at this point. And they call it. Couldn't stop it. Couldn't stop it. The 33 imp play from Brew was the exact right decision he needed at the time. Like, that Byzantine cheap upgrade into Imperial was so fucking clutch there. Then you have the extra HP on the castle, so you can just pump out the trebs. Honestly, an amazing game. And then running with his fucking uber ballsy castles, getting in amongst everything, was crazy. Really good game. What did Green achieve this game? Anno did go for quite a heavy water play, but so did Kugri. So the whole basis, you can kind of say that you can go fire ship and you can boom. And like Frank do have a nice boom. But yeah, didn't make a lot of military on land. Felt you could just hold with White Cav in the meantime against the Smush. Wasn't ideal. Man, losing those 4 bomber cannons was funny as fuck. So it's one still kind of awkward. They're not the most flexible civ on land. Okay, so we have a green Nomad this game. We did have like a desert one. The first game. We're in a best of 5, of course. Arumi is strong. Don't forget the Kappa at the end of that. They can be strong. They're a bit more situational. They seem to fall pretty hard on Nomad with the amount of castles and stuff that are on the game. And man, mass change in colours here. So let's just make sure there's no admin rees, anything like that. I don't think there will be. So Kukurialka playing his Malians way out to the east-hand side of the map here. Satul and the Teal is way down to the south. He's actually playing Dravidians, so you got arguably 2 of the best water civs in the game. And if there's anything Dravidians should do, is certainly have a big investment onto water. That's probably the best thing for their bonuses, with the docks giving extra pop space. The extra wood is so effective, but the good thing about the extra wood is you don't need to use it on that. So you can always go for land pressure in Feudal Age if you want, or in Castle Age you can go for very quick ballistics if you have Expos, or you can add TCs. So the good thing about the extra wood is it's very, very flexible. Now Anno is in the yellow, he's up in the north here, he's playing as Gujaras, and you can see Venegar's not too far away. And it's maybe not going to be a good thing for Venegar here, playing in the orange, playing for the Vogelstrauß. And playing as Japanese would be expecting a water player from Venegar, and that's been his kind of recurring theme throughout the tournament. You can see Brew and Running, teammates, right next to each other. Running is Persians, would be expecting a fireship play from him. And Brew, Bengalis. I mean, all of them are pretty good water civs in all honesty. Japanese with the really annoying fishing ships that have double HP and extra Pierce armor. Brew has the regenerating ships, extra villagers is also pretty good. And then Running with the double HP docks. All of that makes them really annoying and faster producing as well. So all the civs are good in water. Thank you Combi Sports for the follow and the sub, appreciate it. Which one's better? I would take Dravidians versus Bengalis on water. On Nomad, specifically. The extra wood is super, super strong. And having the extra villagers is nice. Oh, and thank you for the 5 gifted. Much, much appreciated. Thank you. Thanks to you for the tournament. Thank you very much. Yeah, Combi have a nice draw in their set. I'll be looking forward to that one, seeing how it goes. Taking a look at dog positions now. We do have quite a few players out in the east-hand side. So Brew, Kugrialka, and Running all out to the east-hand side here. So 2v1 potentially on the right. Anno's up all alone in the north. And Gujaras can also hide their fishing ships in the docks, which is nice. And Sato and Venegar out on the left-hand side. So kind of interesting situations here, but the TCs, the dock positions, certainly the 2 TCs here, it's kind of funny. The tricky thing here for the Vogelstrauß is Venegar kind of being out here alone against Anno. And Anno knows where he is. He knows where he is, okay. But yeah, if you're in chat and you got a sub, make sure to thank Combi Sports. Obviously, pretty big esport team these days with Kingstone, Lobo's in the team. I'm trying to remember who else. But mostly Mexican players. Mostly Mexican players. The growth has been... The growth of, like, good teams, like, these days in AoE is crazy. Oh, Germany scored. Damn it. The Costa Rica dream is over. What does that mean for Germany, though? What does that mean for Germany? AOE Switzerland, thank you. And if you don't know anything about MYI, they're actually a Swiss team as well. That's where they originate from. So thank you, thank you. Probably seen it as MYI. What does that mean for Germany, guys? What does that mean for Germany? Okay, they're going to go into 4 points. Oh, but they're massively behind goal difference on Spain. So they're fucked. They need to score like 5 more goals. Not gonna lie, it's kind of funny to see Germany go home in the group stage. That is kind of funny. Let's go MYI. Yeah, the games have been good so far. They have been very, very good. You see Satola is the first one up. Before 9:30. And should be able to open triple dock here. You can open triple dock collection with Dravidians, no problem. Still out? Yeah, they need lots more goals. Need lots more goals. But with the close proximity here to Vinegar, probably would be expecting fires. Maybe you could go open a couple of fires and then go to galleys afterwards. Sato's in an awkward position as well because he's like so close. So I feel like full commits onto water, full sense here with 2 of them here. Yeah, it could be tricky for him. Could be really tricky. But I'm still concerned about Vinegar as well, though. Yeah, it's clicked up. Yeah, it's added a barracks. How many... Only 4 sheep, okay. Piggery's up as well. Everyone's on their way to feudal age. We'll see how heavy the commitment here is going to be on water. Got 2 docks. 2 dock galleys. Anything on land? Not yet, but I love the outpost edition. I would even... Oh, gonna go for towers, okay. And I think running should see that, no? Ooh. Ooh. I think you still have to say GL is German now, because that's the actual base of the team. That's a really nice tower. And running should discover it. Just at the right... I think you have to commit the bells now. Commit the bells. Maybe even delete the house. In all honesty. But we have to get that tower down. Oh! Maybe I have to go for a counter tower now? I don't know, but Sato's gonna try and be annoying. Gonna try and snipe fish. It is Japanese fish. Which have already been ran. Okay. And should be more towers from Sato. He is on stone here. Vinegar going for an archery range and blacksmith in the face. I know I'm not too sure, but he is on the way up to castle age. He's going heavy onto stone. So I am sure now he's likely just going to try and go for a castle. But the buildings are here, so the castle likely isn't going to be able to go there, which is quite nice for Vinegar in the meantime. And then second tower is coming down now. No commitment to come and batter it down. None of the Vogelstrauß team is into... or on the way up to castle age just quite yet, but as I say that, Brew is on the way up. Brew is on stone as well, so he is thinking about a castle. Now, I think at the very most you do want your towers to cover stone and gold versus woodline. That's it's a lot easier to reposition villagers off of wood, right? There's like a plethora of wood here. But if you can get up in stone and gold, that can do a lot of issues. That's what Brew done in the last game. It did slow down. It did slow down mYinsanity quite a bit. Now, best thing to stop a castle drop is Archers of Fletching, so I do like this has been added by Vinegar. He's even looking to get them over the wood line here. He's thinking of some pre-walls. I don't mind it at all. And, We're just gonna have the stone. Does he go for the castle in the face though? You could go here. There's like no land military, should be pretty safe. Mass amount of army, fishing ships all up in the north here. Kugrialka's got quite a few fire galleys. She got a lot of fire galleys, which she's great at doing this. Even some galleys coming over from Sato now. Looks like water control will be gone. I was thinking about a castle drop here with the flare. Villages are moving. Oh boy. And Sato's on the way up. I think the important things he does get there. Likely gonna go here. Does he see? He sees the villagers coming. He's gonna try and gate it. Just go for it here then. Don't get involved in shenanigans. Just go here. Just go here. Just go here. Okay. I always wonder why players spend all this time going for like the fancy tricks to try and deny it. There's usually always a space where that's gonna happen. There's usually always a space. And it looks like Pigrialka is gonna take full water control. It's just like perfect situation for her. She's just out to the east, out of sight, out of mind, likely not gonna feel any pressure on land, and actually Anno does get the castle up in the face and going straight onto chakrams. Bit of a surprise, and we can see just how exposed Venegar's villagers are just out in the backhand side here. The castle does go up. So Toad's into castle as well though. Is he gonna put it right there? That would be insane if you go for something like that. But he is not castle age? Yes, he is. Why castle there? Why castle there? And even chakram. Oh my god, chakrams on stacked up villagers. Oh god, oh god, oh god, they're in a straight line. They're in a straight line. Castle's a strange spot. But maybe just add some more TCs now behind this and you can see 2 more TCs. Making use of the wood bonus. Vinegar's villagers are yet to be found here. Has he collected it up? No, so he's just waiting for his TC to die so he can place another one. Most likely. TC being added by Anno here as well. And yeah, water control is gone. You can forget about water. Water is absolutely donezo. And they call it... Pele, thank you for the... Thanks for the follow. I guess Venegar's having to commit onto heavy tower defense here. Villager count. I think the amount of fish that's being invested is going to make it very difficult to come back in the game. Which Toa has so many. Anno has so many. Kugrialka has so many as well. Jeez. And is running even close. Man, what about a mismanagement on the eco there, right? 800 wood in the bank. Just sell your wood. Buy some food. Chakram's even going to be annoying here. GG. Now, are we going to have any TC shenanigans here? I think we're going to be in the clear. I think we will be in the clear. I think we're fine. So we'll start with the TCs from MYI then. That inlet gets me so excited. It's rather phallic, isn't it? Margugu playing in the blue. He's going to come in the game now. It's his first one of the series. He's going to play Incas. Incas are a really nice civ. Can make use of the stone with their cheaper castles. The towers are pretty oppressive if you have the villagers. Putting them up in castle age with the blacksmith upgrades. The best thing about Incas though is our houses. They have 10 population, baby. And that's the best thing about them. If you get housed with Incas, there's serious problems going on. So we can see Margugu's down in the southeast. The flares are coming up now. Anno is playing in the central area as the Burgundians. And with all the eco upgrades, if you can get them in nice and early, they can be really strong. It's the question of when you use them. Don't want to invest in a lumber camp super early. because you want to be pumping out fishing ships, of course. And then Sato's up in the north as the Berbers. So he's just a little behind, but nothing too crazy. We can see Vinegar is playing as Britons. TC just goes up now in this kind of like central area. Running is out to the, I was going to say the west. He is in the west. Playing his Khmer here. And Doc's a little delayed, but it looks like he had his TC up earlier. Where's Brew? Okay, Brew is up in this kind of central northeast. I guess more northeast than anything else, but playing as Italians. So big pockets of open space. You can see the total east-hand side of the map is completely open. The south is all open as well. We have little cute ponds in here. We have a little inlet, also might play a factor. Not going to be the most difficult thing to wall, in all honesty. And yep, should be a pretty chaotic game 5 here. Game 5, game 4. We're past restart. Doesn't look like there's any reason there should be an admin re. TCs would have to be in range of each other. Or something like a boar being stuck in the middle of trees, which would be extremely, extremely rare. Although I believe it has happened. Taking a look at Docks, we can see Vinegar's down in the south here. His teammate Brew is up in the north. And running out to the west, so kind of split up. But it looks the same thing for mYinsanity, because Margugu's up next to Brew. Sato's way out to the east, totally removed from anybody else. I think it makes the most sense for Sato to play water here with the extra movement speed. It applies to these units from the dock as well, and also the villagers. Where is Anno? Okay, Anno's actually down in the south, next to Vinegar. The changing of the colours is super confusing. It's super confusing, man. I guess I don't have it in the handbook that you have to keep colours, so it's my own stupid fault, literally. But yeah, Burgundians. There was a time I was wanting to play Burgundians and get Gelnets and Feudal Age with them, and then try and go like Cavalier and Castle. Is it doable? I don't think so, but man. Just getting the eco upgrades with like the half price on the food or whatever it is still super nice. Anyone had any issues this early game? Doesn't really like it. Looks pretty even Stevens at the moment. And everyone's kind of got this weird equal distance between each other on land. There's no one that's super close. Vinegar's also got Brew behind them, which might be a good defensive role for him. And then, like, Anatov's, like, an equal distance between him and Running's got this here. Everyone's, like, you have to, like, draw lines here. He wouldn't have to, like, extend it that much further. Margugu is quite far away from anybody else, but it's probably not ideal for him. Playing as Incas. Might try and play water here. And if you do want to try and click up nice and early, it's a kind of 18 pop. Needs to get his mining cap up now. And hasn't taken Loom yet, so it'll be 18 pop, 18 villagers that is. Still have the fish economy and get away before 5. He's got 5, yep. And just take Loom, and you should be able to click up after that. But he is adding an extra vill. I don't see any dead villagers in this game. Game 1 was a little bit rocky. We'll try and we'll get away from that though. And everyone looks kind of fine for resources available. Trying to find gold or something, it might be awkward. And I'm not really seeing anything. Look at Running's Agile TC though. He's got gold. He's actually just got so much. That's crazy. And even another one out to the east. Same thing for Margugu, in all honesty. His TC's just surrounded. The one that could be a little bit isolated is Vinegar, but he could come up to the gold next to Brew. Howdy, Zealous. Hello. And Kugrialka, hello. Time to go to bed. What time is it? 10 o'clock? You played well. Good job. Hope you enjoyed the games. Margugu's just waking up. And our first players have clicked up to Castle Age. Now, running is just going to do this thing where he adds no villagers in Feudal Age with Khmer. He is getting housed quite badly though. And he likes to greed with the fish as well. Benched again. Kappa. What's, Shuts the fuck up? In Scottish? STFU YSC. STFU YSC. He didn't seem motivated at first. Well, I don't know. Is that why we were waiting around in game 1? I like made a comment. I was like, if Kugrialka's here, she should just play. Oh, running. Oh, running. Bro. Just go here. Bro. He sees it. What is he doing, man? Why wall here when you can wall bang, 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 bang? Oh, you didn't have time to have dinner? That's commitment, Kugri. I love it. Now, Anno is on his way up to Castle Age. Looks to, well, will be up in the next few seconds once he has the market and the blacksmith up. Likely going to be the first one to click up there. Any pressure being felt on Water, being Sea Brew, and Margugu are duking it out. And everyone else seems pretty jovial, pretty content. That's a huge wall. It's an absolute enormous wall. But I still feel it's better than there. At least you could like double layer that and you would just secure so much. I don't feel it's any more than the other one. I don't feel like it's any more. I think you still have to wall into the TC here as well. The one thing is you can at least defend this with repair and villagers a bit better, right? And still needs the gold. Gotta drop it off. Does get it. Good night and have fun. Yep, good night, Kugri. Well played. Hopefully the boys can see it home for you. Thanks for the follow as well, Mourinho. That's what I'm going to call you from now on. I'm just going to call you Mourinho. First players getting into Castle Age, but even on land, you know, water seems pretty chill. Land seems pretty chill at the moment. Let's see who's going to be going Fireship once we're into Castle Age. There could be multiple players. You choose mem style, yeah. Martino for terror. That one cracks me up when he says it. Okay, Margugu pressure and running's fish now. Looks like he's just going to try and run these and then maybe just pull these further back. And water control looks good for MYI. Castle coming from Anno. Burgundians definitely want to try and get into Costiliers. Really annoying unit to deal with. Look at the bank of wood from running. It's almost like fast imp territory here. Sell the wood. Into what? 2 ballisties. I think he's going to go for an Omega Boom. Fireship likely. Omega Boom. I think he really needs to. One TC. 2 TC. What's the second one there? I think we need to see Fireship, right? Sato's going to Fireship as well. They've invested a lot. Bruce still has some of his own ships. Look how quick the Berber ships move. mYinsanity have made a big investment on water. So if you see this kind of situation, I think you need to try and go and play aggressive. Gotta play aggressive on land. Yeah, and extra TC from Sato as well. Brew is still not up. His resources are not looking good at all. What the hell, man? How is his resources so bad? He must have lost his fish super early, which is kind of unfortunate for the dog position. Costelia does go down. Did Anno even see that castle? He does. Yeah, we're now into the single elimination phase. And somehow a Costelia got in the bag here. And yeah, if you're going to go for a big boom approach, you have to go for a monastery to help defend. Our Gugu is on the way up now. Let's see if he goes Fireship 2. His resources don't really look good for a boom. Well, he does put more onto wood now. And just longbows from Vinegar. Yeah. And against Costelier, they're almost like one-hitting these guys. It's insane. Longbows have barely any HP at all. Okay, and actually forward siege and the monastery from running, so he's going to try and push in on Sato here. Okay, I like it. Let's see how much of a boom he can get. Feels like Anno is really committed onto Costelier's here, but it's not really finding too much. Marguga adds 1 TC, 2 TC, not a big fan of that one, but it's fine. He's still into Castle Age, and Brew's stuck. Still not there. Send the villagers out to the mill. Water is gone. It's totally gone. So so many onto the berries here. Should be able to see the deer. Surprised he's not taking it. But we're talking about Brew protecting Vinegar. Vinegar's the one protecting Brew at the moment. And second castle coming down from Vinegar. Love this castle. It should do a decent job. The monks are out. Mangonels chipping away on the TC from running onto Sato. Defensive Siege Workshop being forced as well. Would be surprised to see a 4th TC get added at some point from running. But yeah, total water control from MYI. Let's see if they can translate this into land. But God, Castelia is so annoying when it comes to a smush. They just do such a good job of sniping Siege. Such a good job of sniping monks as well. Life advice: get a better Twitch username, man. It's easier to pronounce. Usually, I have to ask people for a question. Okay, what can Vinegar find here? Some 30 villagers. Do you think Vinegar's gonna notice, guys? The worst thing is you can still make a... Oh, just pick... Yeah, go. He's fine. He's fine. No. Even hits him with the no. And actually 4 TCs from Margugu. Let's take the economy numbers for running. On 53. Sato's on 86 vills, and now so much of this is going to be fish economy. You can see he's got so fucking much. Brew's sneaking past with some fires in the meantime. Still not up. He's only just clicked up now to Castle Age after expiring the berries. Gonna need an Omega carry here from running. This forward's just ran out of steam now as well. That's Siege Workshop, Monastery, water that could be put into resources, and he is going for 4th TC now. He does have a lot of resources here. And Sato even creeping forward now with towers. Guard tower hype? We're gonna see guard towers from Margugu. And yeah, just trickling in lots of fish now. Did Dano get gill nets? He doesn't even have gill nets, bro. What's his eco upgrades? Doesn't even have bow saw. You could have got it in Feudal Age. Okay, another castle though from Venegar. That's got to be the worst castle drop I've ever seen in my life. No offense, Margugu. That's a dreadful castle. Don't mind the tower edition, but when there's so many longbows out, gonna be tricky for sure. This castle actually hits a TC. That's what you're looking to do with your castle drop. Don't understand that castle at all. And your eco's still wide open at home. Okay, Anno, adding a TC, getting in between Satona in the back. I've seen multiple castles put up on the west-hand side of the map since I've been there. One from Anno, or another from Anno, in front of the other. Katolo's put one down now as well, and there's only one layer palisade protecting at the back line here. Get some stone walls down instantly if you can. Longbow is being annoying. Is there a mango coming out? No. And the Vogelstrauß do tap out. I think with Brew stuck in Feudal Age for so long. Yeah, it was in a very tricky spot there, right? And the team score is not good. Team score is not good at all. Will Margugu range a castle if he gets Bracer? I think if he gets... I think if it touches here, so maybe needs Fletching. This was rigged. Oh, here comes the tears. Here comes the salt.